Worldedit is a fundamental tool to any builder. Without it, we wouldn't be able to build the things that we build today, and in the scale that we build them. So anyone that wants to start building needs to know the basics of Worldedit. Starting with the most basic of tools, the wooden axe. With the wooden axe, you can do almost anything, but you cannot do much with a flat area like this. So if you come here, stand in a block, slash up 10 for example, you have these glass of block 10 blocks from the block that you were standing on. And now you can select this area, and now you can set stone. It is a pretty beautiful box. What if you want a texture? Well, set this area again, and with the same command, you can, for example, make a diamond box. Type the diamond block ID, comma, and go blocks, for example, or glaze. Oh my goodness, this looks horrible. But what if you like the diamond texture and how it looks, but you just want to remove the gilded black stone? Well, you can use the replace command. This is the place that you put the block that will be replaced, and this is the block that will be replaced with. But as you can see, this is far from hollow. It's actually full. And if you want to make a quick box of gold and diamond blocks, you just use this command here, slash post 1, slash post 2, and slash hollow. And there we go. As you can see now, everything is hollow. It's a pretty easy command to use. Make sure that you're not selecting just the box area, because otherwise it will delete everything. Example. See what happens? But let's say you have made a mistake. You unfortunately have deleted your amazing box house made of gold and diamonds. How do you get it back? So instead of building everything again, you can just undo it. But let's say that you really want these gone and you don't want to select the area again, so you just redo it, and that's it. Undo and redo. Another very useful command is slash walls. What you can do with that is literally what it says, walls, or lines as well around the perimeter of the area. And if you want extra walls, you can just select a 3D area and wall it. And yes, you can use textures here as well. Another very useful command is slash foo. This is how you type it, and then you can choose a specific block and radius. And it feels like a radius would, and so be careful, oversize things always, but be careful as well oversizing it. You don't want to put really big numbers and by mistake having a leak, and then you're gonna destroy or maybe crash your server. Be careful with that. But as you can see, we've made a beautiful wooden floor. And yes, you can use textures with that as well. But there's a cool command called gmask. And for using that... Oh, wait, hold on a minute. The farmland wants you to subscribe. So you must do it. Yeah, do it. See? The farmland definitely spontaneously, decided to send a message to you. So subscribe. Alright, jokes aside, the next command is replacenear. And replacenear does, well, what it does. Replace blocks near you. So first you put the radius, for example radius of 30, in a block, for example 60, which is the farmland, and the block that will be replaced with 59. You see? Do you want to put the things above these? Yes, you do. So, what you're going to do is putting this arrow in place. So now everything goes on top of the farmland. And make sure to match the ID blocks. For example, 60 is the farmland, but 67 is the farmland wet. And if you want to, you can do both at the same time. Well, sometimes you want to put grass around a place, and the best way of doing that is with replacenear. But the problem with replacenear is that it does that. This is gonna happen. And for fixing that is the gmask command. Gmask, disabling it, you just type gmask. And then for enabling it, you just type the block. For example, air or 0. You can use 0 as well. And now you can use like these. Look at these amazingness. And you can use with various blocks and with percentage. That's a pretty amazing too if you want to grassify things in a big area. And you can set that with replace, the normal replace as well. And this works as well underneath the place. That was incredibly loud, but it works. As you can see, it kind of works. Again, just be careful with lag. Well, these next comments are actually that complicated as the ones before, but it is quite important to know. Copy and paste. First, you select an area. After having it selected, choose a place to actually copy, because it does matter where you place yourself when you type in the comment. After that, open chat and type copy. After using the copy command, you can use the paste command. And there we go. You have an exact copy of that tree there. And literally, that works to anything. But what if you want to put this tree close to one of your buildings? Yes, you can. You can just use paste. But the problem with it is that it's going to transfer the air blocks as well, and it's going to destroy your building. And there's two methods of actually putting it with all the air around it. So the first thing that we need to do is undo it, and then we can use paste/a, which is a command that removes all the air from the structure. But the problem with it is that it's going to replace all the blocks that are not air, for example, here. So what you can do to fix that is using gmask 0, and then giving paste. And there we go, it works pretty well. And take a look at this village trading hall. It looks cool, doesn't it? Well, I've built these in Survival, and if you want to check these, just take a look at my channel. The latest video before this one was a Survival series. If you want to take a look at that, please take a look and watch the video. But now we can say goodbye to the wooden axe and welcome the tools. And here you can see the variety of things that you can use, but we won't get into that today. What we're going to get today is actually the shapes. For example, a sphere made of stone and of a radius of 6. By default, Worldedit won't allow you to go higher than size 6. So you're going to have to change that on the configurations to -1, so you have infinite. Be careful with that. I've made lots of mistakes with that. Another shape that you can use is cylinder. It's actually cylinder, and you can have depth with it as well. Again, you need to change your settings in the configuration menu in the photos, so you can have access to bigger sized brushes. The cool part with brushes is that you can use them as mask. And here comes another comment. It's called mask, and you only use it with tools. The two that you are in hand, the mask is binded to a single tool, and what we're going to use it with is stone. So what we can do with it is actually replace all the stone in this place here with lapis, which is quite interesting. You can do awesome textures with that and have way more control over texturing and do stuff like that. Not as bad as that. Everybody say that this terrain looks terrible. Literally anyone that I say that to will say that it's a terrible terrain, but I disagree with you, people. I disagree with you. The next thing that I want to show you guys are shapes. And you can use //CLL with glass and a radius of 10, and you have a pretty beautiful glass platform. Or maybe a sphere. You can make a sphere with that. The only problem is, as you may notice, it's not hollow. And if you want to make it hollow, it's quite easy actually. It's just putting an H before the sphere and after the // and then you have a pretty good sphere made of glass, and it is empty, which is pretty good for some buildings, like a dome. And a pretty practical example is this thing here. I've made this from a sphere, and as you can see, you have the outer dome, which is empty as well, and it's all made with H sphere, which is cool. And you have a pyramid as well. It's just this comment here. It's pretty the same thing. And again, if you can use the H to make it hollow, or just do not use the H at all, and you're gonna be filled. Well, rotate and stack and move are 3 commands I kind of forgot to record, and are pretty important. So starting with rotate, you select an area, copy what you have to copy, type in chat, rotate 90 degrees, paste, and voila! Now you have rotated a house. You can literally use these for anything though. Just make sure to not use the broken angles, for example 80, because it won't look pretty. Stack and move are pretty easy to deal with. You just need to select an area and, for example, look in this direction or any direction that you want to stack to, and type stack 10, for example. 10 blocks were stacked, and the command's pretty much that. And with move, it does literally what it says. It does move things. box input / move, don't forget that. And you have moved all the blocks 10 blocks away from it. It gets a bit confusing. Wow. But you moved 10 blocks. You moved this structure 10 blocks. That's basically what happened. That's basically all those 3 commands. Well, this is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please consider giving a like and subscribing to this channel. You will help me quite a lot. So, yeah, thank you. Goodbye.